About a week ago, I had the MAD single non-resonated mid-pipe installed on my G80. So I've been meaning to kind of make a video to give some overall impressions. I'm not a YouTuber, I don't have the equipment for it, but I'm going to try and provide as good a quality sound clips as I can. I was looking on YouTube for audio of this system. There's really not a lot on there. Instead of just making the standard video with a GoPro on the bumper or something like that, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I find exhaust videos with bumper mounted cameras just to not be super useful. Really what I care about more personally is what it sounds like in the car and maybe also drive-bys. So we'll see if I can do some drive-bys. I've never done that before. No promises. What I am doing is in-cabin shots, because that's what matters to me the most. One thing that I found was missing really from this generation of car is just the exhaust sound overall in cabin is a lot more muted than it was on my F80. I knew I would need to do a mid-pipe. I'd already done the Dahler flap controller, which made a small difference. It's nice to have that control, but it didn't really increase volume much. $2,000, $4,000. inefficient mode with the valves closed, it's super quiet in here. I didn't really drive around at all before the mid-pipe inefficient mode with the valves closed, so I can't make a good comparison. Okay, so it will get allowed under, you know, hard throttle, inefficient mode with the valves closed. We've done that. Let's go valves open. Not as many backfires as I experienced in my F80. It's more just the burbles. But I'm happy to have more burbles back, but they're not obnoxious for me. They could get obnoxious at times in the F80, and so I think that's a pleasant change. I know that in 8th gear, if I'm 70 miles an hour plus with the valves open, the drone is pretty obnoxious. But it goes away immediately at that speed when the valves are closed and you put it in. Even if you just close the valves, it quiets down significantly. If you put it into efficient, it gets quieter yet. Bounced off the rev limiter there. Okay, so I'll try and just kind of provide some final thoughts on this system. I think it's one of the better values for money. It's decent price. I think they have it on sale right now for just a little over $1,000, maybe like $1,012, something like that. They also have their new resonated single mid-pipe that's only a little bit more, I think $1,069 or something like that. I kind of wish I had maybe held out for the resonated one. I think it might have been a little less drony. I'm sure it would have been. That said, I'm totally happy with this system. It's really good. And most importantly, any drone, if you don't want that drone, you can defeat it by, you know, doing things like switching into efficient or, you know, shifting up a gear, closing your valves, whatever. But then again, what's the point of doing all that? Part of why you buy a system like this is because you want more noise, right? So maybe with the resonated system, you're getting more noise and a little less drone. So it's something to keep in mind. I think MAD themselves do recommend, if you're planning on doing downpipes or anything like that, for sure you're going to want the resonated version. I knew that there was little chance of me doing downpipes. I've never done downpipes before. I don't really plan on doing it this time. I'm happy with the sound. Overall, when I'm sporty driving, it sounds really great in my opinion. Casual driving in town, when I'm, you know, more inclined to be listening to music and stuff, it's maybe a little on the droney side, a little noisy for me. So take that with a grain of salt. That's my opinion. Yours may differ. For any of my my military G80, G82 owners, Mad does do a military discount. I know there's a lot of you currently stationed overseas like me, and they will ship to APO. So things to keep in mind. You know, buying this stuff through the US and having it shipped over is probably going to be cheaper than buying anything out in Europe or in the UK when you're dealing with 20% VAT. So even threw in the Black Friday discount on top of the military discount because I was buying so close to Black Friday. So shout out to them. Really appreciate their help and the discount. I think the Mad Midpipe represents a good value. It's inexpensive. It achieves a pretty decent result for the money. It seems to be well designed. I've had zero issues with leaks or rattles, which is a big thing for me. In the F80, I had issues with the car sounding really kind of cruddy at startup. I don't have any of that stuff with this one.